Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are now. This is Dr. Keith Barber with the Academy of Holistic Manual Medicine, and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to discuss exercise number 2 out of 7 of the Stress Healing Series, your roadmap to total freedom. Let's review. From the introductory videos, you learned the anatomy of a feeling. 3 parts. You are the spiritual being in the middle of it all. It's all about you. You are in the center of your life. You are experiencing your life. You may or may not have control of your life. This is an owner's manual for spiritual beings that have a mind and a body. The mind controls the body moves. The body creates energy for motion. I call that emotion. So when I say emotions, I don't mean feelings. When I say emotions, I mean 3 physical energies: joy, sorrow, and the other hot word, rage. When I say rage, I don't mean out of control anger. I mean adrenaline-like energy, a sympathetic response, the energy you need to get out of bed, the energy you need to climb a mountain, the energy you need to tear down a building. It's all the same energy. It's not good, it's not bad. It depends on how you use it. So primarily we want to flow outwards. So the first exercise was to make time when nobody's around, you're on your own, you're able to experiment with your feelings by releasing the energy behind them: rage, sorrow, and joy. When you're near other people, expressing any of those energies, they will feel it. They may not know that it's coming from you. They may not know why they're feeling the way they feel. They may react badly. So when you do these exercises, especially, do them alone. And you also recall that these exercises are in a quantum order, so when you get comfortable with rage, sorrow, and joy, you can move on to the second exercise. If you're not comfortable with all 3 energies, then the next exercise won't be so easy. But the next exercise is simple otherwise. Energies follows thought. Energy is rage, sorrow, and joy. It goes in the direction of your thought. The problem here is we have 3 levels of thought: beliefs, subconscious, thousands and thousands, mostly contradictory. Thought, what you're thinking now. Attitude, take-home message: attitude overrides thought. You want your energy to move in the direction of your greater wellness. That means you want your energy to move you into action and confront those things and do those things that are necessary for your greater wellness. But because of all of our thoughts and beliefs, it stops us. Fear is the first enemy. Fear is the belief that if you move, you will lose, when in fact, the energy is created in order to move and win. So we have to overcome that. And I mentioned in the first exercise, you're going to run into fear twice. So the lesson of the second exercise is that attitude overrides beliefs. In the moment, you can get your energy, rage, sorrow, and joy, to move through the body and outward by moving you in the direction of your greater wellness by having the right attitude. There's only 4 you need to know in this case. 4 happinesses. The theory of the 4 happinesses in the background comes from a group that learned happiness leads to wellness, and they found 4 happinesses that can apply in every moment of your life. So if at any moment you find yourself not happy, figure out which attitude you need to shift to. If you've got a lot of energy behind it, it's going to be hard to shift your attitude. So release the energy, rage, sorrow, and joy. If you can learn to shift your attitude at the drop of a hat, then you can learn to flow your energy in the direction of your greater wellness without hesitation and in the process become happy 24/7. Now there's always a wake of personal growth. How many people are you in relationship that could tolerate you being happy 24/7? That's what you're going to be confronted with as you do this next step. Now these exercises are shortcuts because it gets down to the nitty-gritty. This is what you need to do next. They're not shortcuts as in you don't have to do the work. The work is hard. Remember, exercise number 2, attitude overrides belief. 4 happinesses. If you're not happy, pick the right attitude. 1, the first happiness, in terms of value to most people, is the bigger than life adventure. When you have a lot of rage and you blow off the excess, but your body's still making energy, you're not happy, put on the bigger than life adventure attitude. The adventure makes it fun, therefore happy. You need to know what it is you want out of that situation. You need to set a goal. And the goal becomes more important than your feelings, more important than anyone else's feelings, more important than life itself. The goal. So choose wisely. But once you set a goal and you create it as an adventure, then you can move your energy through the body in order to move the body towards your greater wellness. 2, the other attitude of the 4 happinesses that are so helpful in most people's lives, preciousness. This is to help move sorrow. Remember, sorrow is created from a loss for the purpose of healing from a loss. You only heal as you release the sorrow. When you hold the attitude of preciousness and consider what's precious about the loss, what's precious about the moment, what's precious about what you still have, it will focus that sorrow so that you can release it more readily. Remember, these exercises are arranged in a quantum fashion. If you're not comfortable with sorrow, how are you going to do the preciousness, happiness, if it's intended to focus your sorrow? Same with rage. Now, the other 2 happinesses or attitudes are pretty familiar with most everybody. The one we're born with is called carefree happiness. And if you ever find yourself bored, then you need to put on carefree happiness and go dance in the rain or sing a song or skip to the loo. If you're bored, you better put on carefree. And the last happiness is celebration. In my mind, every moment is worth celebrating. In the adolescent's mind, as he gets freedom, after having carefree happiness beat out of him or her, they may overdo celebration. Many people overdo celebration. Joy is not really a problem for people generally in terms of holding it in, whereas sorrow and rage are. We've been conditioned to believe they're bad and wrong. So you get comfortable with those physical energies in exercise number 1, and you learn how to express them as they're being created in exercise number 2. So you don't have to store it. You don't have to create homeostatic load. You don't have to create muscle tension. And you don't have to be burdened by those stresses. Thanks for watching. Practice, practice, practice. Share this with your friends, colleagues, and patients/clients. This is for you. All of you holistic manual practitioners have learned this. Practice, practice, practice.